Heartbreak. We've all been there, that deep ache, the sleepless nights, but what if I told you there's a way out? A way that's been around for centuries. Enter Stoicism, an ancient idea from Greece, with lessons that feel tailor-made for today's broken hearts. Can this old-school philosophy really help us handle modern heartaches? Stick around to find out. Heartbreak feels like a storm, doesn't it? Everywhere you turn, there's another reminder of the pain. But in the midst of this chaos, Stoicism stands as a beacon, shining light on a path forward. With its focus on inner strength and understanding, Stoicism presents a comforting hand to hold. Today, let's walk together, diving deep into Stoic wisdom and find the peace we all deserve. Number 1. Acceptance. One of the central teachings of Stoicism centers on acceptance. Life is full of varied experiences, some filled with profound joy and others marked by deep sorrow. Heartbreak is one such experience that almost everyone encounters at some point in their lives. The Stoics emphasize that these challenging moments, like heartbreak, aren't anomalies, but rather integral parts of our human experience. The Stoics, like the great Epictetus, emphasize that life is a mixture of things we can control, our actions, judgments, and desires, and things we cannot control, like external events, the past, and indeed the feelings of others. Heartbreak, as raw and overwhelming as it may feel, falls into the latter category. So what do the Stoics recommend? Acceptance, not passive resignation, but active acknowledgement of reality. Acceptance doesn't mean you suppress your emotions or pretend everything's fine. It means understanding that the storm of heartbreak is natural and, like all storms, temporary. Just as a tree yields to the wind to avoid breaking, we too can bend, flex, and flow with our feelings of pain and sorrow without letting them shatter us. By cultivating this acceptance, we build resilience. We allow ourselves to feel, grieve, and gradually heal. The Stoic path is not about evading pain, but about confronting it head-on with courage, understanding, and the knowledge that this too shall pass. The question then is, can you sit with your pain, not as a life sentence, but as a momentary cloud passing in the sky of your existence? Number 2, external versus internal. Have you ever seen The Truman Show? In the film, Truman lives in a fabricated world, controlled by external forces, unaware that he's the star of a reality show watched by millions. Every aspect of his life, every event and interaction is orchestrated without his knowledge. Just like Truman, we often find ourselves in situations where the external world, including people's actions and decisions, can feel orchestrated, scripted, or even against us. The Stoics perceived life somewhat similarly. They recognized two realms: the external world, where events happen beyond our control, and the internal realm, where we dictate the narrative. In the case of heartbreak or betrayal, those actions, feelings, and decisions made by another belong to the external realm. They are scenes from the film of our life that we didn't script. We might feel hurt, betrayed, or blindsided. But here's the twist: just as Truman eventually realized he had the power to break free from the controlled narrative, so do we. While we might not have control over external events, our internal world remains untouched, a sanctuary. Our reactions, emotions, and mindset are ours to command. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, beautifully said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Instead of being trapped in the repeated telecast of heartbreak, can we flip the channel? Challenge yourself. Each time the pain from the external world resonates, pivot to your internal sanctuary. Ask, how can I use this experience for growth? What can I learn? How can I change my internal story to emerge stronger? The essence of Stoic wisdom isn't to evade pain, but to harness it, to recognize that while we can't direct all scenes in our life's show, we have the power to be the award-winning protagonists of our internal narrative. And much like Truman, we can choose to set sail, confront our fears, and venture into the unknown, rewriting our story along the way. Number 3, temporal perspective. In the expansive teachings of Stoicism, there's a thread that consistently weaves through, and that is the transitory nature of our experiences. Nothing, however immense or overwhelming, remains constant. Every emotion, every event, and every individual we encounter is on a timer ticking away, even as we experience it. This understanding of impermanence is not to belittle our emotions, but to provide us with a lens to view our experiences, especially the painful ones, with a broader perspective. When we talk about heartbreak, the pain can often feel eternal. It's as if every waking moment is dominated by this all-consuming emotion, making days feel like years. However, Marcus Aurelius, one of the prominent Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor, constantly reminded himself and others, all is ephemeral. Such a simple yet profound statement holds within it the wisdom of ages. It translates to the fact that all things, no matter how deeply they affect us, are temporary. Now imagine applying this knowledge to our current emotional state. Instead of seeing heartbreak as an endless tunnel, we begin to understand it as a phase that, given time, will change. Asking ourselves questions like, how will I view this pain a year from now? Or, will this heartache seem insurmountable 5 years down the line? Can significantly shift our mindset. It helps us understand that while today might be filled with sorrow, there's a future awaiting where this pain will be but a memory, teaching us resilience, patience, and the art of moving forward. This Stoic teaching doesn't just help with heartbreak, it's a perspective that can be applied to all facets of life, giving us the strength to withstand storms, knowing that eventually calm will follow. By continuously reminding ourselves of the fleeting nature of our experiences, we don't just survive heartbreak, we learn, grow, and evolve from it. Number 4, nature's course. The Stoic perspective on the universe is rooted in the belief that everything is cyclical and governed by nature's laws. To the Stoics, the cosmos is not chaotic, but rather operates in predictable patterns and rhythms, much like the seasons we witness every year. Every individual has, at some point, watched the transformation of nature. The vibrant colors of autumn leaves eventually give way to the bare branches of winter, which in turn are overcome by the fresh buds of spring, and subsequently, the abundant life of summer. Each season, with its unique character, is neither permanent nor fleeting. It simply takes its natural course before making way for the next. Similarly, in our lives, each emotion, experience, and phase is like a season. Heartbreak, though deeply painful, can be seen as one of these seasons. Just as winter may seem harsh and never-ending, so can our grief. However, just as winter is inevitably followed by the rejuvenation of spring, our periods of pain and sorrow too shall pass, making way for renewal and perhaps newfound joy. Seeing heartbreak through this Stoic lens offers a comforting perspective. Instead of viewing it as an endless abyss, recognize it as a natural phase in the cycle of life, essential in its own way. It's a time for reflection, understanding, and growth, and just as nature moves forward, always evolving and never staying stagnant, so do we. This heartbreak is but a chapter, a season in the vast narrative of our lives. With patience and understanding, we will see the first signs of spring in our hearts, signaling the return of hope and happiness. In the tapestry of life, each thread, no matter how painful or vibrant, contributes to the masterpiece of our existence. Stoicism reminds us that heartbreak, though searing in its intensity, is but a moment in the grand spectrum of human experience. It's essential to remember that pain is not a permanent resident, but a transient visitor, teaching us invaluable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. What makes us truly resilient isn't the absence of pain, but our ability to navigate through it, drawing strength from its depths and using it as fuel to propel us forward. Embracing the Stoic teachings allows us to transmute our pain into wisdom, our heartbreak into growth. You, standing at this juncture, have a choice. You can let the weight of your heartbreak anchor you down, or you can use it as a stepping stone, leveraging its lessons to rise even higher. The universe has an uncanny way of turning our most profound sorrows into our greatest strengths. Trust in that process, trust in yourself, and remember that after the darkest night, there's the promise of dawn. As you move forward, carry with you the Stoic belief that everything, every tear, every ache, every memory, has its place in shaping the incredible, multifaceted being that is you. Your journey, with all its twists and turns, is uniquely beautiful. Embrace it, learn from it, and always remember, the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. Your brilliance is on the horizon. Let Stoicism be the wind in your sails as you journey towards it. If this resonated with you and you found value in today's reflection, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights into Stoicism and personal growth. Your journey doesn't end here, and together we can explore the vast realm of ancient wisdom to find peace in modern times.